And I just watched Night Moves last year for the first time, and I just freaking loved it. I mean,
Night Moves is awesome. Oh God, yeah. That's one of the great movies of the '70s, no question about it, and certainly one of Gene Hackman's high points. And
now the one I don't get it confused with All the Right Moves. So that
no, that's good. That's probably better. You're better off for that.
Or the Richard Pryor comedy Moving. I never.
Or Inside Llewyn Davis.
That's the only time. That is the only time in our 8-year history that we've ever mentioned Richard Pryor's Moving. So,
have you ever talked about Busted Loose or Toys or any of those?
Yes, we have.
The toy.
We've never talked about. We've never talked about the. What is that movie? Is it Critical Condition? The one where
Critical Condition. Yeah.
Is that what that one is, or is that the one with
Denzel
Washington and Bob Hoskins?
I just remember him as a doctor on the poster.
That's Heart Condition.
Okay, so Heart Condition is Bob Hoskins.
Right.
And, okay, here's trivia. Here's trivia for you. Here's trivia for you. What's the theme song from Heart Condition? The one with Bob Hoskins and Denzel Washington.
It's got to be something that Barry Manilow had a hand in. Why would you know this?
Why wouldn't you know this?
It's movie related. That's why I know it.
Okay, well, what is it?
It's the song "Have a Heart" by Bonnie Raitt.
I would never have gotten that because I don't think I've seen Heart Condition since it made it around on cable back in the original run. But
I went and saw it at the theater opening weekend.
You're a good man.
Did you also go see Carbon Copy with Denzel Washington and
No.
George Eagle?
It's a little too early
that was
for me.
Before I could. That was like when I was in, I think, 3rd or 4th grade. Was I do remember Carbon Copy, the advertising in the New York Times for it, though.
Okay, so remind me, we're going to play Bonnie Raitt's "Have a Heart" from Heart Condition.
Okay.
At the close of the show.
Oh, wow,
okay.
That's awesome. I hope she doesn't sue us.
Good call. So anyway, what are some other movies that we've never mentioned on this show before? This is fun. Let's do this.
Well, I saw 2 other movies that we hadn't talked about, but The Raid 2, which I saw last week, which is awesome, just pure awesome movie. I really recommend. That was actually one of the best movies I've seen this year. Nymphomaniac Part 2, which, whatever.
We talked about last week, yeah.
You know, I just said I saw it, but we didn't talk about it.
Right.
Yeah, I saw it, and we'll keep. Yeah, guys, if you didn't see Part 1, don't bother with Part 2. What can I say?
I just thought of a movie we've never talked about on this show.
Go ahead.
Here's my Heavenly Bodies. The great 1981. It might be like, it's in that early 80s. The great aerobics movie.
I do know this.
It actually tries to make aerobics into like a sport, like it's like a Rocky type movie, but aerobics.
Yeah. Oh God.
Here's another one that involves moving. That comedy, Moving Violations. With
Judge Reinhold.
Bill Murray's brother and Judge Reinhold, yeah. So, and I still remember the theme song from that. It's like, moving violations when I move. It's like the most terrible lyric you've ever heard in your life.
I love those 80s songs, those 80s movie songs that are lost to the world.
And sometimes you revisit movies from the 80s. Like Beverly Hills Cop 2 was on TV the other night, and I caught some of it. I was like, oh, my God, this is like a really awful movie.
It is. It really is.
It's so, like, caught between, all right, we got to throw in some funny here somewhere and get it away from Tony Scott's usual kind of, glazy action stuff. It's just really badly put together. But,
yeah. big disappointment that summer that came out for sure. But yeah, I mean, like, I go back and, I don't know, sometimes I put on 80s movies. I prefer to watch them on VHS, so I still have a VHS player. And sometimes I'll buy some, middling 80s movies just to sort of, that I've never seen, just to sort of see. One thing I really love is seeing people who became famous later in really tiny roles, So, what I was watching this past week, there's another movie that we've never talked about on this show. This is 1990, so it's still technically kind of an 80s movie, but Adam Long lent me a copy of Stella, which is a remake of Stella Dallas.
Oh my God, I remember that. Holy shit.
And he said, I know it's kind of cheesy, but I kind of have a soft spot for it. So he gave me the DVD, I put it on and watched it. It's weird because it's a movie that's like, it seems more dated than the 1930s Stella Dallas with Barbara Stanwyck for some reason, because it's got a lot of good people in it. I mean, I don't particularly like Bette Midler, but I've actually found her appealing in this film, which was, a surprise already. But then there's John Goodman in it, and Trini Alvarado plays her daughter, and
right.
Ben Stiller is in it. Now, Ben Stiller is in it as the tough guy who Trini Alvarado falls in love with, who Bette Midler says, he's trash or whatever. And so you get to see Ben Stiller playing a tough guy with a punk hairdo and a rat tail, like the most gross kind of little rat tail hanging off the back of his head. And it was so funny. But that's exactly why I watch those kind of movies, is to see something like that.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
So yeah, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't very good, but it wasn't terrible. So, and it has a bad 80s song at the end of it, of course, sung by Bette Midler. So that's probably written into the contract.
Let me ask you this: it's better. It's got to be. It's still Stella. I think in hindsight, it's better than Drowning Mona.
It's better than Drowning Mona for sure.
Yeah, I mean let's just like go where we got to go with that. I mean,
but
okay,
I
love this.
Just randomly, here are some titles that popped in my head: Amazing Grace and Chuck.
Oh God!
Here's a movie we've never talked about. Here's a movie we've never talked about in this show because we want our show to stay on the air. Okay? Here's a movie we've never, ever. There are two movies we've never talked about, and they're movies that are very big in this house. I can't tell you how many times they've been watched while I was in elementary school, junior high, and high school. Humanoids from the Deep. And the Alien Factor. The Alien Factor. Have you ever heard of it? Have you ever seen the Alien Factor?
I don't remember that one, but of course I remember Humanoids from the Deep.
It was filmed in Howard County, Maryland. It was filmed in Maryland, the Alien Factor. Quite honestly, the worst movie you've ever seen. But it was filmed in a county over ours with a lot of local people. It's god-awful, wretched. But we've watched that more times than I care to really admit. But we'll do that here. But Humanoids from the Deep, we've watched Humanoids from the Deep more times than my brother Michael loved this movie, directed by Barbara Peters. I don't know whatever happened to her. And they remade it. Roger Corman remade his movie that he produced for Showtime. Remember, they did this in the, I think, mid-'90s. They remade a lot of these movies he originally made for New World. But Humanoids from the Deep, you could say, is like the precursor to Alien. No, it's like, what came first, the chicken or the egg, Alien or Humanoids from the Deep, because it has the chest-bursting sequence in it.
Okay.
And there's some geek, really obscure geek fight which movie came first. But Humanoids of the Deep is sick. It is disgusting. but my brother Michael thinks it's the greatest movie ever made.
Just to remind audiences what it is, it is humanoids from the deep, that is the ocean, coming out to mate with human women. They have to.
And
they have to find women. Yes,
the great Vic Morrow, one of the great performances by Vic Morrow, and it is the town's mayor, doing the worst rip-off of the mayor from Jaws. I mean, just the absolute worst. The worst.
He's playing the Murray Hamilton role.
The worst Murray Hamilton imitation in the world. But
you have a big checkered jacket on?
I don't remember. We do have the movie on. We do have a DVD and a VHS of the movie that are in storage in Ithaca, New York, if you're that. And I don't really feel like driving up there right now to find out.
Here's some other movies. Here's some other movies that we've never mentioned on the show before. Probably Robert Bitten's Nadine.
Yeah, which is kind of falling through the cracks for me. That one, is that the one with Jeff Bridges and
Kim Basinger.
Kim Basinger, right?
Yeah.
And then there's there's several Kim Basinger. There's like No Mercy with she and Richard Gere. I remember my mother taking me to the theater to see it. There's there's a movie from 1983, a Charlton Heston movie called Motherlode that comes to mind.
Oh yeah, where they're is that with Brian Keith where they're searching for gold in the
I think so. You know what
Alaska?
that always reminds me of? The first time I went to L.A., I took two friends, and one of them was Chris, who Movie Geek fans know as one of the original hosts. But I bought these tour books before I went, and I was like studying up on it. And in all of these tour books, there's a gay and lesbian club scene section. And so, obviously I didn't read through that because I would have no interest in that, but I did see one name of a club that kind of cracked me up, and it was called Motherlode. It reminded me of that Charlton Heston movie.
It's funnier if you're thinking about that movie.
Yeah, but anyway, so we're driving somewhere. I think we're driving through Burbank or something, and lo and behold, in the taxi cab, we passed Motherlode, and I said to Chris, "Hey, there's Motherlode. That's a gay nightclub." And Chris, ever funny Chris with a quip, he was like, "Well, if it's a gay nightclub, shouldn't be called Fatherlode." But every time I think of that Charlton Heston movie, I think of should it be called Fatherlode. Anyway.
I was thinking about, here's another movie we've never talked about. Since you mentioned Humanoids from the Deep, for some reason I always kind of lumped that movie in with Blood Beach. Do you remember that one?
Oh, Blood God, Beach. Do I remember that one? Holy shit, we watched that the week after.
I know. I think I might have seen it on a double bill or something.
No, we
watched
it the week after, and that movie freaked me out. The end of that movie freaked me out. I was like,
it is freaky.
No, because it's not a happy ending, Dean. Yeah, and that really freaked me out at 14 or 15 or whatever. I saw it.
But it's got the great John Saxon, and basically the story is there's a monster under the beach, like in the sand at the beach, and the poster had a great tagline in it. It was something like you'll never some takeoff on the Jaws 2 thing.
Yeah, you'll want to get back in the water or something, I think it was.
yeah.
I think we have to add
but
something.
You won't be able to get to it or something like that.
We have to add a very important note here about both of these. I think both of these movies, especially Blood on the Beach or whatever, or Terrapin, whatever it was, these were commonly featured as the dogs of the week on Siskel and Ebert. Back in their PBS days, when they had dogs as the dog of the week. I think all of these movies are featured on that.
Speaking of being commonly featured, there were all the Cinemax movies back in the day that were commonly featured. And was it Andy Sudeikis? What's his name?
Andy Sedaris. That's the mid 80s. He comes like the mid to late 80s is when he comes to prominence. Yeah.
Hard Ticket to Hawaii and all those kinds of
all
things.
Those movies, yes.
Oh man!
So thank you for instilling all the fetishism still working out as an adult, Mr. Sedaris.
I'm way behind you on that. I'm way behind you on that one, but yes.
Was he in there like with Charles Band and all that stuff? Where was that was a
Charles
Band was another.
And people don't realize. I mean, I remember all those Cinebex things in the 80s, 90s, and somebody like Nick Cassavetes, John Cassavetes' son, used to star in all of those like Cinemax erotic thrillers. With
really?
People like with like Shannon Worry and Shannon Tweed and Joan Severance and like all of those things.
That's a good point. And there's a whole. They really. I guess now, I was thinking about this because last night, it was on Sci-Fi last night, Swamp Shark with Christy Swanson, the original Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and guess who played the sheriff in that?
Who?
Robert Davi, who I was like, hey, we interviewed him.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's just coming out now because Wally Pfister has his directorial debut with Transcendence with Johnny Depp next week. And, of course, he's best known as a cinematographer for Nolan's films. But I think he started out shooting those erotic thrillers that came on cable.
There's nothing wrong with that. You got to get work, man. That's good. That's very good.
The Night the Lights Went Out in Georgia with Christy McNichol. That's a movie we've never discussed.
And Luke Skywalker.
Not a bad movie. You also have to. I also kind of lumped that movie in with Take This Job and Shove It. You remember that?
Yeah,
that's a great movie. I love that movie. That's a good movie.
And that was there was a movie for Harper Valley PTA as well, wasn't there?
Yes,
right.
Yes, there was. Yes,
with Barbara.
And then there was that. Oh, and then there was those bad Disease of the Week movies. There was You Light Up My Life. And then there was one with Mark Singer from the Beastmaster movies, which was called If You Can See What I Hear.
If You Can See What I Hear, where he was the blind guy going to college. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was actually not a bad movie. This
is great.
Film,
I love this memory lane stuff. I mean, we're talking about like every movie we've never mentioned on the show before.
Which is a lot, actually.
There was also like more Disease of the Week things. There was The Other Side of the Mountain with both Bridges.
I remember that. Oh my God!
About the skier who the female skier who gets paralyzed and then there was also a TV movie that Adam Long has a copy of. I said, send that to me because I want to see it again. It was an adaptation of, I don't know if it was adapted from John Denver's song, but it was called Sunshine. It was about a little girl, parents of a little girl. I think she gets sick in it and stuff, but it was a TV movie like in the mid-'70s. I think maybe with Timothy Bottoms or something like that in it. But I'm dying to see that. And also, I lent him one more movie here. This is not really Disease of the Week, but it's kind of in the same kind of thing. I lent Adam my copy of this movie I have a real soft spot for. It's a 1980s. It's a Robert Markowitz movie. It's his only theatrical movie. He did a lot of TV movies. But his only theatrical movie was called Voices, and it was with Michael Ontkean and Amy Irving. And it's got Amy Irving plays a deaf teacher, and he's a songwriter, a struggling songwriter, and they fall in love. It's just a basic, very, very sweet little love story. It's got a great song score by Jimmy Webb, who did. By the time I get to Phoenix and Park and Wichita Lineman and so many other great songs. But it's got a really, really terrific song score. And again, another movie with lots of little parts in it for people, Barry Miller. Do you remember Barry Miller? Who played the sort of little wimpy kid that was part of John Travolta's crew and Saturday Night Fever. Yeah, Barry Miller is in it. He was in Fame, and also he was in Last Temptation of Christ. By the way, we're the only people in the world right now who are talking about Barry Miller.
That's what makes us so great.
But he was really good in those kind of roles, back then. I wish he had kept up with things. But Alex Rocco is in it, and I don't know, it's just a beautiful little movie. But it's on Warner Instant. It's on Warner Archives. You can tell them to print you up a copy, and it's really worth it. It's a really sweet movie. You got a soft spot.
Here's some obscure 80s trivia. This is the movie where C. Thomas Howell played a black man.
Soul Man.
Soul Man, yeah.
Okay. This is the movie starring my least favorite actor in Kim Basinger.
That could be a lot of people.
Your least favorite actor? It's got to be Dan Aykroyd, right? Oh, my stepmother is an alien.
Right,
is that
right.
it?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, wow.
This is a movie starring. This movie I actually always thought was very funny. I haven't seen it since I was a teenager, but this is a movie starring. What's his name? John Ritter and Jim Belushi.
Taking Care of Business? Oh, no, God.
What are they? Real Men?
Yeah, Real Men. Yeah.
Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay.
You're right.
That's a De Palma movie, isn't it? Was that the De Palma movie?
No. That's the Wise Guys.
Wise Guys. Yeah. With Joe Piscopo.
Joe Piscopo and Danny DeVito.
Okay, this is a movie where I think Cyndi Lauper plays a fortune teller or something like that.
Oh my God!
Oh yeah,
I haven't thought about that movie in ages. Oh my God! It's a one-word title. It's
Jerry
like
just
Secret or something. Huh? What's it called?
Vibes.
Oh yeah, Vibes. With Jeff Goldblum, right?
Yeah.
Okay, here's a movie. It was the first movie I ever rented on beta, but I mean, you guys don't know this. It starred Fred Ward.
Remo Williams.
Remo Williams?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great soundtrack. I love the soundtrack. Yeah, I love the adventure stops, as I remember.
Adventure begins and immediately stops. That was too bad too. That was a good movie.
That had a lot of promise. Sadly. I mean,
yeah, they kind of screwed the pooch on that one. That could have been a franchise.
Here is a movie starring a young Adam Baldwin as a protector of sorts.
Oh, that's one of my favorite movies, My Bodyguard.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
Yeah,
that's a great movie. That's a really good movie.
I loved how there was that time period from 1978 to 1983 was absolutely my favorite time of movies. And I don't know I guess it was because I was 13, 14, 15. So that's an important age, when you're a movie lover. But I don't know, almost everything from that time period, even something like, Catalani and Little Britches or something like that. I'm incredibly, whenever I put anything from that time period in to watch it, I feel so warm and fuzzy and wonderful when I'm watching those kind of movies.
Okay,
that era.
Here's another. This is a movie starring an actress named Joyce Heiser. A genre-switching movie. A gender-switching movie, I mean.
Gender-switching. I was going to say. Is it just one of the guys?
Yes.
I haven't seen that in 30 years, man. Oh my!
Also an underrated movie, kind of a cult movie.
If you read Beatty's biography written by Peter Biskind, there's a big section there with Joyce Heiser because they had a big love affair during that period of time. This is what's the name of that Winona Ryder movie? And it's a long title. It's I can't remember it.
How to Make an American Quilt?
No, it's from the 80s. It's something Roxy Carmichael or.
Welcome home, Roxy Carmichael. I was going to say that first.
Yeah.
I was going to say that first. I was going to.
Okay. Well, this movie's title kind of reminds me of it. I don't know why. Maybe just because they were in the same period, and it has the character's name in it. It stars Richard Phoenix. It's from 1988.
Oh, Jimmy Reardon or something Jimmy Reardon.
Yeah.
One Night in the Life of Jimmy Reardon.
Yeah, A Night in the Life of Jimmy Reardon, 1988.
Yeah.
That's a good movie,
okay.
man.
This is a movie where Glenn Close and James Woods plays a married couple.
Oh, Immediate Family.
Yeah, that's right. Not a bad movie, that, with Mary Stuart Masterson.
Yes.
Not bad. Yeah.
Here's a movie about high school pregnancy starring Molly Ringwald.
Oh, shit. Critics are in the air.
God. What was I can't remember. All I can think of is Fresh Horses, but it's not that.
Oh, I remember Fresh Horses. Yeah, I remember.
I remember that. Yeah, that I remember, but this I don't know.
I don't know this one either. I can't remember it.
Okay, it's called For Keeps.
Oh, okay. I always think of She's Having a Baby. That's the other one that came out around the same time.
One of my favorite trailers of all time is She's Having a Baby. I got very excited for that movie, and then it wasn't as great as the trailer.
I would be pissed off too.
Side note there.
Okay. Here's some more. Hang on, I'm getting some more for you guys. We're tackling the 80s like nobody's business.
Here's one for you. One for you. Movie with Peter Weller as a stepfather coming in and ruining a family.
I know
life.
It's a Michael Apted movie. It's a Michael Apted movie.
Yeah.
It's a good movie, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's called. Isn't it called? Is it called like
his
Firstborn?
That's
it.
what it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I watched that at Grant Goldswick's house. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I remember that
too.
too.
I watched a copy of it online. I watched sort of like a copy that was transferred. It wasn't available for a long time, but someone transferred it from a VHS copy online, so I watched it. It's good. You know, not great, but good.
Okay. Kevin Bacon is a bicycle messenger.
Oh, Quicksilver. Yeah, Quicksilver. Here's one. Neil Patrick Harris is being taken care of by his nanny, Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh. Well, sure as hell ain't The Associate.
There's the first thing that Neil Patrick Harris did, I think.
He wasn't born like that he is. There was no immaculate conception of Neil Patrick Harris. Okay.
It's called Clarence Hart.
Oh, that's obscure. That's. Yeah,
Leota, I think too.
Yeah, because she was going to get. Yeah, I remember that, and she was there's talk when it came out. Oh, she would get an Oscar nomination for that. You know.
Right.
Okay, a boxing movie starring Klaus Maria Brandauer.
I know. Oh, God. Streets. Oh, that's not Streets of Gold, is it? Or
that's what it is.
Oh my God!
If I walked into a studio, or if I walked into a producer's office with that title, it'd be, you're the dumbest fucking producer in the world. Get out of here. No one wants to see a movie called Streets of Gold.
Okay, here's another boxing movie from the 80s with Willem Dafoe. I think he's boxing. I think he's like in the Holocaust or something. Boxing.
This is a great movie. This is a great movie, man. Trying for the Spirit.
That's right. I've still never seen it. Is it good?
It's very good. Edward James Olmos is really good in it. It's actually a very good movie. In all seriousness, it is a very good movie.
It's something that's if I ever see a copy of it, I'll pick it up.
Okay. Okay. Here's some trivia. Here's a line. Interesting broad. Where did she develop her personality? In a car crash? Is that from About Last Night, The Big Chill, or The Color of Money?
That sounds like About Last Night, like something that Jim Belushi might have said.
I'll click About Last Night. Now, we're not going to know the results of this until after I submit this. Here's another line. You don't care if she comes, stays, lays, or prays. Your toes are still tapping. Is that from About Last Night, The Big Chill, or The Color of Money? These are the only
I'm going to go with About Last Night for that one.
That sounds like Color of Money. I don't know. But
I'm going to go with The Big Chill.
Okay,
and I don't have the answers in front of me. Here's the third one. You walk into a shoe store with $150. You walk out with one shoe.
That's definitely Color of Money. So
yeah, I was going to say definitely.
That's for sure Color of Money. So
you're not going to believe.
Okay.
Here's another one. You're not going to believe how hot. You're not going to believe how hot of a hand it's going to be. About Last Night, Big Chill, Color of Money.
God, man, I hate this test.
Lines are hard for me. It's always. I don't know about that.
I'm going to say About Last Night because I can hear.
I'm going to go with that too. Yeah, definitely.
There's a sign over the urinal that says, "Please don't eat the big white mint." Now, there's also none of the above as an option.
I'm going to say none of the above.
Yeah, that's a none of the above. I don't think that's it.
Okay, here's another one. There are 10 of these. Oh, no, there are 12 of these. Here's another one. Are not the satisfactions of being a good man amongst our common men enough to sustain us anymore?
That sounds like Big Chill.
That sounds like Big Chill. That sounds like something that,
Yeah, at the funeral, at the beginning, yeah. The old man, the preacher. Okay. If you are too old,
Kevin Costner roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you are too old to cut the mustard, you can still lick the jar.
Oh, that's Color of Money, right?
Yeah. I mean, I would definitely have to go with that.
I love women. I love all kinds of women, but I especially love women I don't know very well.
That
I think it was a Big Chill.
That sounds like Big Chill as well.
Okay. Remember, none of the above is also an option here.
Wait, you can't say that for that one. Jesus Christ. I mean, God damn it. The Val, you're killing us.
Here's the ninth quote. No more Yankee, my wanky. The donger need food.
I'm going with none of the above for that one.
Yeah. We know what that is. Okay. I don't know anyone who could get through the day without 2 or 3 juicy rationalizations. They're more important than sex. Oh, come on, nothing's more important than sex. Oh, yeah? Ever gone a week without a rationalization?
That's definitely Big Chill.
Mm-hmm.
You want a Big Chill? Okay. Serve him a fistful of white bread and a chunk of Velveeta.
That's probably About Last Night.
Okay. I'm going to ask you something, and I want you to be real honest with me. Do you think I need to lose some weight?
Oh, that's
the Big Chill.
That's Forrest Whitaker's line. Yeah. That's Forrest Whitaker in
that's the Color of Money. Forrest Whitaker, right?
Oh, the Color.
Okay, let's see how we did.
12
trivia questions. Let's see how we scored. Hang on. No thanks. Just get the results. Hang on. Okay, we scored an 80%.
80%. That's respectable.
And it won't tell me what the answers were.
What the wrong ones were? What kind of
tell me what
why by night thing are you patronizing, Jamie?
Damn it.